You're not anxious because your life is falling apart. You're anxious because you're constantly trying to improve it. Improve your habits, improve your mindset, improve your body, improve your relationships, improve your productivity, improve your trauma, improve your morning routine, improve your sleep score. And it never ends. There is always a better version of you to chase. Calmer, smarter, more disciplined, more healed, more aligned. And even if your life looks stable from the outside, there is this quiet background pressure. I should be further. I should be better by now. I shouldn't still feel this way. That pressure feels like anxiety, but it doesn't come from danger. It comes from self-management. Self-improvement used to mean growth, learning something new, expanding, exploring. Now it often means something else. It means constant correction. You wake up and before you even get out of bed, there is already a subtle evaluation happening. Did I sleep well enough? Am I consistent enough? Am I wasting my potential? Am I living my purpose? The mind has turned life into a project, and you are both the manager and the employee. You monitor yourself, you track yourself, you optimize yourself. And slowly, without noticing, you stop living and start supervising. That supervision creates tension, because when you relate to yourself as a project, you automatically assume something is wrong. Projects need fixing, projects need improvement, projects are never finished. So even when nothing is actually wrong, your nervous system never fully rests. There is always an update pending. And here's the quiet paradox. The more you try to fix yourself, the more you confirm that you are broken. Not intentionally, but structurally. If you believe you need constant improvement, then not enough becomes your identity. You become someone who is almost there, almost healed, almost confident, almost free. And almost is a very anxious place to live, because almost means not yet. So the pressure continues. More books, more podcasts, more techniques, more awareness, more healing, and still something feels incomplete. At some point you have to ask a different question. What if the anxiety isn't proof that you are failing? What if it's a side effect of constantly trying to manage who you are? What if your exhaustion isn't from life, but from supervising yourself all the time? There is a difference between growth and self-rejection. Growth can happen naturally, through experience, through living, through contact with reality. Self-rejection is different. It says, I am not acceptable as I am. I must become something else before I can relax. And that sentence alone is enough to keep your nervous system on alert, because it postpones safety. Safety becomes conditional. I will rest when I become better. I will feel okay when I fix this. I will accept myself when I finally get it right. But the finish line keeps moving. The mind calls that motivation, but your body calls it stress. Maybe nothing is wrong with you. Maybe you are not behind. Maybe you are not underperforming at being a human. Maybe you are just tired of running a self-improvement marathon that has no finish line. This doesn't mean you stop learning, or growing, or changing. It means you stop relating to yourself as a problem to solve. You stop turning your existence into a performance review. You stop assuming that peace is something you earn. And something very simple happens. When you are not busy fixing yourself, there is space. Not perfection, not enlightenment, just space. Space to breathe, space to feel, space to be inconsistent, space to not know. If this resonates, this podcast is for people who are tired of fixing themselves. Not to become worse, not to give up, but to step out of the constant pressure to become someone else. You don't have to upgrade your existence to deserve peace. Maybe the anxiety isn't telling you to improve. Maybe it's telling you you can stop.